have endured much. And though we languish, we will not lose heart. We will join them glorious in battle. And they will sing songs of it.
Forward! Stand your ground!
Patience has its bounds. Have I not shown you mercy?
This is finished!
Rhaenyra has the throne. It is she who rules now.
We should have burned them when we had the chance.
A cunning mind can resist the most savage of beasts.
Rhaenyra's defiled our great house, diminished the Iron Throne. She is now queen.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Story Harvest AIUK. What happens when mercy reaches its limit? Loyalty begins to crumble, and the battle for the Iron Throne becomes inevitable. In today's video, we'll break down one of the most intense moments from House of the Dragon, where every decision brings Westeros one step closer to all-out war. So, let's begin. UK English translation. The story begins with Rhaenyra Targaryen declaring that her patience has finally run out. She reminds her enemies that she once showed them mercy, but now she is determined to take decisive action to bring the conflict to an end. Meanwhile, Alicent Hightower acknowledges that Rhaenyra now sits upon the Iron Throne as the ruling queen. However, she regrets that they failed to eliminate their enemy when they had the opportunity. She also insists that intelligence and strategy can overcome even the most ruthless display of brute force. Following this, Aemond Targaryen accuses Rhaenyra of tarnishing the honor of House Targaryen and diminishing the dignity of the Iron Throne. For that reason, he refuses to recognize her as his rightful queen. Finally, Sir Criston Cole addresses his army before battle. He urges his soldiers not to lose heart despite the hardships they have endured. He encourages them to stand firm on the battlefield and fight with courage, reminding them that their bravery and sacrifice will be remembered by future generations. This short yet powerful story highlights major themes such as power, mercy, loyalty, and war. Through only a few lines of dialogue, each character clearly reveals their beliefs, motivations, and ambitions. Combined with the deafening roars of dragons, the cries of soldiers, and an intense musical score, the scene signals that the story has entered a decisive stage where every choice will shape the future. The narrative opens with Rhaenyra Targaryen declaring that even her patience has its limits. This statement reflects the immense pressure she has endured after facing continuous rebellion, opposition, and political conflict. It suggests that she has reached a point where tolerance is no longer an option. When she asks whether she had not already shown mercy to her enemies, it becomes clear that she sees herself as a ruler who chose restraint despite possessing great power. However, that compassion has been mistaken for weakness. Her declaration that this ends now symbolizes a turning point in the conflict. It indicates that she is no longer seeking compromise or negotiation but is instead prepared to make decisive moves. Within this brief statement lies a powerful mixture of determination, anger, and responsibility. It makes clear that events have reached a stage from which there is no turning back. Alicent Hightower's remarks present a different perspective on the conflict. She accepts that Rhaenyra now occupies the Iron Throne, yet she openly regrets a decision made in the past. Her comment that we should have burned them when we had the chance reflects the belief that showing mercy has ultimately worked against them. Her words illustrate how difficult it is to balance compassion with political necessity, especially when leadership is at stake. Alicent's belief that a clever mind can defeat even the most savage beast highlights the importance of strategy throughout the story. It reinforces the idea that wars are not won solely through military strength but through careful planning, patience, and intelligence. This perspective underlines the significance of political calculation and tactical thinking in determining the outcome of any conflict. Aemond Targaryen's speech presents the opposing side of the struggle. He accuses Rhaenyra of dishonoring House Targaryen and weakening the authority of the Iron Throne. In his eyes, her claim to the throne lacks legitimacy, which is why he refuses to recognize her as queen. His words demonstrate that this war is about far more than territory or political power. It is also a battle over legitimacy, family honor, and the preservation of tradition. The roar of the dragons serves as far more than a dramatic sound effect. It becomes a symbol of overwhelming power, fear, and destruction. Every time a dragon's roar echoes across the battlefield, the tension rises, reminding viewers that dragons themselves will play a decisive role in the coming war. Sir Criston Cole's speech is designed to inspire confidence among his troops. He reminds them that they have already endured countless hardships and must not surrender to despair. His leadership reflects the responsibility of a true commander, whose duty extends beyond military tactics to maintaining the morale and determination of his soldiers. When he tells them that future generations will sing songs of their bravery, his purpose is not merely to promise victory but to convince his men that their sacrifices will become part of history. This idea echoes the timeless tradition of war literature, where courage and honor continue to inspire long after the battle has ended. His commands, such as advance and hold your lines, emphasize that the decisive moment has arrived. These short but powerful orders reflect discipline, unity, and unwavering resolve, making it clear that the final judgment will now be decided on the battlefield. Overall, this story portrays a crucial stage in the struggle for the Iron Throne, where every character remains firmly committed to their own beliefs. Rhaenyra fights to defend her rule and authority, Alicent reflects on the consequences of past decisions, Aemond is determined to protect the honor of his family, and Sir Criston Cole strives to keep his army united and motivated. It is these contrasting perspectives that give this brief narrative its depth, emotional weight, and dramatic intensity.
For more epic to like, for more epic breakdowns, till next time, every story leaves a legacy.